Hello everyone. It's James again. And we are going to talk about something very important. But before we do, I want to thank all of my new viewers. And thank you for giving this little cartoon man with a funny voice a chance. And I want to say thank you to those that have been with this channel for years. You really mean a lot to me. And I will be getting to your wonderful comments as soon as I can, as many of you are leaving some great comments. But with that said, today, I wanted to kind of piggyback on yesterday's video, where we talked about what many call the demonic spirit of narcissism. We are told in the Bible, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Now why would God tell us such a thing? You see, narcissists, no matter what your beliefs are, try to influence, manipulate, and they use these tactics to ruin people's lives, to ruin their own children's lives. They sabotage their children's education, their ability to work, their control over money, their health and their reasoning skills. All with the hope that whatever means they are choosing will have a lifelong hold on their lives. So they can never get up from under this problem, and so they can never fulfill their potential on this earth that was truly intended for them. Well, there is something I've noticed. There are a great many people in this narcissistic abuse community that have had this problem follow them since they were born on this earth. It follows them in the schools they go to, their co-workers, their bosses, and everyone they date or marry. Now one can say, why not pick better friends? Why don't you watch out for the red flags and don't date a crazy person? And part of that is correct. Part of it, because I do believe we should be careful, and there are many red flags that do get overlooked. Especially when narcissists are so good at getting you addicted to them, and then using the push-pull method to get you to stick around. But it seems like even if you are doing your best, and you are trying your hardest, it seems like you have an evil hand upon your life trying to prevent you from even seeing any kind of love or hope. We are told in the book of Job in the Bible, how the devil was given the rights to do whatever he wanted to Job. But he couldn't end his life. It seemed like no matter what Job did, everything fell apart in all areas of his life. And why did this happen? The devil and his army gang stalked Job's life and did their best to use Job's pain as a way to have him turn against God. This is why your prayers on this channel are so important, and why I pray for as many of you as I can. Because I believe we are in a spiritual battle. No, I don't believe. I know we are in a spiritual battle. Ever since I was a little kid. And probably you can relate. I felt like there was something on my life that would never let me get out of my mess, no matter how hard I worked. Now I never let this stop me from working hard. And I never used it as an excuse. So I would just give up. No, no, no. I continued on and I continue on. But it just seemed too weird. It seemed like there was something I couldn't see or explain that was always blocking me and putting people in my way that had the same evil spirit. The evil spirit we talked about yesterday. The one that used the same words from your narcissist mother or father to the new narcissist friend or person you started to date was using. And if they weren't the same demon, it seemed they were in communication with one another. And they knew things they should not know. Now all of this seems crazy and nuts. But right now, this very moment, you can go and watch the news where they are talking about how aliens are likely walking among us. Well, I have a question. Are they really aliens? Or are they something else? Are they the something else that has blocked you from a lifetime of love and success and joy? So much so, even people that might not have deep beliefs will look at your life and say, wow, I've never seen someone have such bad luck in my life. This happens to the point where other people can notice your life rarely if ever can gain any positive steam. And I want to let you know, You aren't crazy for thinking or believing this is the problem. That you have demons following you and your life trying to do their best to harm every aspect of your life. Heck, these could be demons that go back generations within your family. And they do not want you to break the generational curse. Because just like the narcissists that are in human flesh, demons feed on the pain and suffering of people. And when they find someone that is full of love and that cares about others, they latch on. Why? Because love is contagious. You see, you might not think much about you and your life. And there are others, as I've mentioned before, that will say, oh, those narcissistic abuse survivors think they are more special than they are. Well, how does one define special? Have you ever talked to a stranger and brought them to tears because you prayed for them and showed them love when they really needed it? You might have a really unique and wonderful way of connecting with people and encouraging them in a tough time. Now, do we need to turn that encouragement around on ourselves? Yes, we do. But what would the world be like if people like you and you were able to thrive and share their love with others? It would grow and become contagious. This is why I believe demonic gang stalking is real. And this is why these things have likely followed a great many of you since you were little. Does it sound crazy? Again, they are talking about aliens are real and are walking amongst us. And that they have been hiding underground and or on the moon. This is coming from official people. Or so-called official people. So my question is, are they really aliens? Or are they something more? Or something worse? Do they have the abilities to follow people and their lives? The Bible talks about how these beings were the watchers of man. And then left their estate to mingle with us. And do things with us that they weren't supposed to do. Now, knowing all of that, and them knowing they broke God's law or direction, do you think they want to help or hinder those that love and care for others as God has commanded? You see. Though I say, please work hard at your life. Do not give up. Don't see it as a lost cause. God can change around anyone's life as he so chooses to do so. And don't let your abilities to see red flags dwindle away. Because we must be able to discern. But, if you've had this problem for as long as you can remember and it seems no matter what you do, it follows you everywhere you go. It's probably a good chance that it is following you wherever you go. And this should hopefully bring you close to God and His Word. And pray for others as you pray for yourself. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. How would you suggest you fight and deal with such things? Surely you can't deal with such things on your own. You can't reason with such things. Please don't attempt such a thing. And you can't punch the air. I mean, you can if it makes you feel any better. But it will do nothing but make you tired. The only thing you can do is ask God for His love and protection and for His forgiveness of your sins. And pray for others. Pray for others. And pray for those that are causing you harm. Because they are empty vessels. Or blank slates that I mentioned yesterday. Because I believe people that have no strong personality, that go wherever the wind blows, are easy to be taken over. Because they feel if they do such an evil thing, at least it's in alignment with those that have power in whatever setting we are talking about. It could be a golden child sibling of yours. Or a coworker or boss. They will go out of their way to cause you great harm. All to get brownie points with the higher ups at work. Or your narcissist's parents if it's your brother or sister. All without realizing it, they are being used by the devil with the attempt of ruining your life. And by them acting this way, their life is being ruined too. Because the more evil they do, the more empty they become and the more evil takes a foothold in their life. until there is nothing left, except a shell and a demon. Because doesn't it seem strange? The same thing that makes the narcissist happy is the same thing that makes demons happy? The suffering of others. Someone mentioned the movie V from way back when. I have to refresh myself on it, as I've seen clips. But basically, it's about aliens showing up to Earth, pretending to be helpers and all kind of good stuff, only to be lizard reptiles under their fake human-like flesh. Why does God refer to the devil as a snake or a dragon? What I would like to do is talk about some of your stories where if you want to share with in regards to what we are talking about today. Because with all of this UFO stuff, I think it's so important. Simply because if they are something worse, if they are demons, the same demons that have messed with a great many of us, it will be good for those that haven't heard this stuff to have this information. Just like the normal narcissistic abuse information. So they will be armed with this information and so they won't fall for the manipulation and the lie. So if you would like to share, please do. And we will go over it more, using our own personal stories regarding the thought. This entire process is demonically driven. I would like to hear your stories and let's talk about them. I think this is a great place to stop. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.